The dark is generous, and it is patient, and it always wins. But in the heart of its strength lies weakness. One lone candle is enough to hold it back. Love is more than a candle. Love can ignite the stars. This passage can be found in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, a novelization by Matthew Stover. And Naomi would be really excited if you picked up that book and read it.
Everything else to the side. Fall in love at a glance. That's alright. And isn't it crazy how we never felt so alive?
There have been countless sleepovers, movie nights, trips together, nerdy debates, and of course, drinking nights. Our relationship has progressively aged, but there are a few things that have remained the same. First, Naomi and I are always laughing, sometimes making the joke at the same time. Second, Naomi is the smartest person I know, and I'm grateful for all of her assistance in spelling, something I did not have her help with on this speech. And last, Naomi is one of the kindest and most helpful friends a person can have.
And I loved you the first time I heard you speak my name. You be the beauty in my life always. I never knew I could love someone. Never knew I could feel so complete. After all this said and done, our love will still be holding up strong. And I can give all I have for love. That's alright. That's alright. And I knew I wanted you the first time I saw you walk by. That I need you forever. Met mine, and I loved you the first time I heard you.
Jake particularly honored my mom, his grandma Linda, by wearing a pocket square in his coat today that was made out of her wedding dress. Naomi, Grandma Linda would have absolutely adored you.
And isn't it crazy? Life slips right into your life.
Jacob and Naomi's journey over the last 10 years has led us to today, led us to this celebration of their love for each other. Now, Naomi and Jacob will share the vows that they have prepared for each other.
Naomi, first off, you know that I'm kind of bad at making decisions. I always try to look at and evaluate both sides of something, weighing the pros and cons of each, and I often get decision paralysis, which I know drives you crazy. But being up here to marry you today is probably the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Not to try and sound like those Capital One ads, but it's true. Naomi, I love so many things about you. Your sense of humor, your snark, your willingness to fight for what's right, your ability to listen to others, the way you care for everyone around you, the fact that you always stop to pick up litter in the street, the way you make me stop to take a picture when we're in a pretty location, your logical approach to problem solving, your organization, and the way you make a spreadsheet for everything. That's how this wedding happened. And the way you bring out the very best in me. I love all of these things about you equally. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life besides you as your husband.
Of course, the sitcom couple that you and I resonate with most is Marshall and Lily from How I Met Your Mother. We met fairly young and have been with each other ever since through college, grad school, and career changes. The thing that Marshall and Lily really teach us is that it's never about who wins in a relationship, but rather it's always about compromise. I vow to always hear you out and make sure we find a way to meet in the middle anytime a disagreement arises. That I love more than anything from this show. And it's also the only vow I didn't write 100% myself. I vow to keep at least 80% of these vows. and I vow to keep updating them as we go. Because one set of vows, it can't cover a lifetime of growing and changing with you, of falling more and more in love with you every day, Jacob Kordaki, which is what I vow to do for the rest of my life. This marriage is going to be wait for it, legendary.
Jacob and Naomi, having proclaimed your love and commitment to one another in the eyes of these loved ones and with the power vested in me by American Marriage Ministries, I am so happy to pronounce you married to each other. Now let's have a kiss.
We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say.
Growing up, you don't realize how lucky you are to have a brother like Jake. It really hit me the first time that I drove myself to high school instead of getting to ride with Jake. That realization that I didn't get to see my best friend every day anymore really hit hard on that quiet drive. But today, watching him marry Naomi, I'm reminded all over again how grateful I am to have him in my life. He's always been there for me, and even when he's not right beside me, his presence means the world. I can honestly say Jake could not have found a better partner. I'm so happy to officially call you my sister-in-law. It really does have a much nicer ring to it than brother's fiance. So on that note, let's all raise a glass to Jake and Naomi.
Thank you, Naomi, for being the perfect addition to our family and for not running away when you saw our level of crazy. Thank you for your mad, Excel, and organizational skills. If I ever ask, do you have any details on that? I get the answers in a spreadsheet. I'll send it over. I know that Jake chose you and we would welcome you no matter what, but you have made it easy to love you as a part of our family.
We have been less than perfect parents, and you have done us proud, mostly. You have not been perfect either, but we must have done something right as you have learned to make very good choices. Case in point, Jake.
To remind me to find my own. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. If I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?